Hi solvers, welcome to your session 7 and 8. In this session, we are going to start off by remembering Pascal. Okay, Pascal and his wonderful triangle, and as you can see, we have got the pattern card from Kaplan's Depth and Complexity of Thinking cards. We are looking at patterns because Pascal's numbers were all about patterns, right? So, what do you have to do? Well, here is the triangle for you, completed up to a point. Over here, there are some excerpts or bits taken out, cut out of Pascal's triangle. So you have to create one blog post, just one, and then answer these puzzles. So puzzle A from Pascal's triangle, puzzle B from Pascal's triangle, and puzzle C from Pascal's triangle. So you just write A, B, and C. You can copy and paste like an image and annotate the image. You have to fill in the missing numbers following the pattern that Pascal did. So when you can see that here you've got 15, here you've got 35. So obviously that number is going to be 20 over there because we know that in Pascal's triangle, the top two numbers add up and make the bottom number, right? Okay. So these are really big ones. So have fun with them. Enjoy figuring out what number needs to come here, like 120 plus 210. Ooh, what's going to be down there? So enjoy. That's one blog post, right? One activity, 3 puzzles. Fantastic. Activity 2. For this one, you have to create a separate blog post for each puzzle because the puzzles are long. Okay? So you have to make 3 blog posts for this activity. So puzzle A, you make 1 blog post. This is a sort of a logic puzzle, guys. They have given you clues, but the clues are muddled up together. So for me, drawing diagrams and sort of thinking about it a bit like an algebra equation, like x plus y is this much, therefore if this is the value of y, what will x be, kind of. So you might need a little bit of help from parents, or you might figure it out yourself, draw pictures, do equations. We will talk a little bit about it when we meet for our class, but it is a fun one. So again, enjoy solving this. Solving the clues is the balloon puzzle. Puzzle B. Puzzle B is a word puzzle, people. It's a word find. I just put it in there for fun because even though we love numbers, words are fun too. And you know what? Look at the names of these birds. Pretty cool. So how will you do this? Well, you can screenshot it and then highlight. Use the highlight feature of the annotation tools and find your word finds, or you can sort of draw circles, like loop them around, although that does get a bit messy. For example, hey, I can see canary right here. I can see a pigeon next to it. So it's probably not that challenging. Some of them are horizontal and some of them are vertical. I don't think any are diagonal, but just have a bit of fun with it. So that's your blog post 2 for activity 2, puzzle B. What is puzzle C? Puzzle C is my favorite one. Okay, puzzle C, it is like a number word puzzle. It's not really a word puzzle, but the beauty of this one is you cannot figure out some of the earlier numbers until you figured out some of the bottom ones. So we will talk about it more when we meet again, but the best way to do this is to find the obvious ones. For example, look, 7 across, let's look at 4 across. Number of weeks in a year. Okay, now there are 52 weeks in a year. So I know straight away that this one is 5, 2, 52. When I know that, then when I look at 2 down, it says 12 across minus 16 across. Ooh, to do that, then I have to first figure out what 12 across is, which will be this one. And then from that, I have to take away 16 across, this one. So I cannot actually solve number 2 until I've solved number 12 and number 16. So I love the fact that we have to jump around and solve other ones before we can solve these ones. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy this one. I am actually going to definitely solve this in my own spare time. Oh, hang on, spare time. What's that? I don't have any spare time. Nah. Okay, so enjoy this, and please do get in touch on USpace if you have any questions. Yep, cool. Activity 3 is a listen, think, and learn activity, not a blog post. You don't have to do one, okay? So this is about going into details because we are meeting another famous mathematician from the past, Leonardo Pisano Vigolo, but we know him as Fibonacci. Fibonacci's numbers, Fibonacci sequence. You are probably familiar with it. Some say Fibonacci, some say Fibonacci. Italian name. Look, we know who he is. Okay, that's his picture. And here is a video. Look, I can now post video thumbnails inside the lesson, not just a link anymore. Thumbnails, yoo-hoo, I found a way. Okay, so this is about his life, told to you by a child. It's narrated by a child. Very nice little video. Okay, so you're going to watch this and learn about Fibonacci's life. Appreciate his love for numbers. Okay, activity 4, unanswered questions. Create one blog post and write down at least 3, but no more than 5. So you can write 3, you can write 4, you can write 5. No more than that, no less than 3. Unanswered questions that come to your mind about Fibonacci or Fibonacci after watching the video. Yeah? Cool. Activity 5, going back to patterns again. It's a listen, think, and learn activity again. You do not have to make a blog post for this one. You're going to watch this video. This is about Fibonacci's number sequence. It'll get us thinking about the patterns that he found in nature. Yeah? Very good. So enjoy this video. Then you have to do an activity, a blog post activity. So activity 6 is a blog post. You have to write down the answer to the question below. Fibonacci meets Pascal. In fact, do you know Fibonacci's number sequence is also there in Pascal's triangle? Maybe when week 9, which is our last week, by the way, because week 9, 7, 8, 7, 8, no, it shouldn't be. 7, 8, yeah, it will be. So we will have a week, sort of what we'll call a week 9. That one, we can look at how Pascal's triangle meets Fibonacci sequence better. But for this one, what you have to do, you add the number on each diagonal line on the triangle below. Okay, what does that mean? See how it's got a diagonal line? What's that number? Oh, that's 1. Okay, I'm going to write 1 over here. Hey, this diagonal line, it's also 1. That's the only number on it. I write 1. But this one has 1 plus 1. It's got a 2. Okay, I'm going to write a 2. So it's a 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, write it here. Then come to 1 plus 3 plus 1, write it there. Okay, so again, you screenshot it, use your annotation tool and fill that up. Okay. Now we come to the big ideas icon from Pascal's tools of complexity. The big ideas icon actually talks about generalizations, which is related to rules. So can we, based on certain ideas and certain rules, can we say that that rule applies all the time? Or can we come to a broad, big conclusion about something? Okay, for example, a lot of investigation had to be done before astronomers reached the conclusion that the Earth is round. Yep, but that is a big idea that's accepted now. Okay, so activity 7 is a listen, think, and learn activity. You do not have to make a blog post. You're coming to terms with a big idea. We are going to watch a video that will explain to us a big idea or generalization that exists based on Fibonacci's number sequence. It's called the golden ratio. And guys, the golden ratio is there everywhere, in art, in maths, in life, in buildings, in architecture, everywhere. Even in our faces, even in the way we are made, because, you know, made by nature. Okay, so do enjoy. I had to watch this video 2 or 3 times to really get my head around. They draw a beautiful spiral using Fibonacci's numbers. If you want to, you can try drawing that spiral at home if you have access to some grid paper like this, squared paper, or you can just do it on your maths book kind of squared paper. Lots and lots of fun. Okay, so that's a look, listen, and learn. But if you want to try drawing the spiral and the golden ratio, go for it. Okay. Activity 8, we're looking at details. You create a blog post. Either draw or upload photos of at least 3 things from nature in which you have found Fibonacci sequence. So you have to go on a bit of a nature hunt for this one. They can be flowers, they can be fruits, they can be shells, they can be vegetables, they can be anything. Okay? Here are some examples. So here's an example of Fibonacci spiral in nature. And here is another one. Once you've watched the videos and learned about the spiral and the golden ratio, it'll make more sense to you, okay, and the number patterns. Because if you count, try a pineapple would be my advice. Perfect. Or a pine cone. Okay? Fantastic. So that is all. Now, I have given you 8 activities. May sound like a lot of activities, but remember, 2 of them are look, listen, and learn, which will need you to quiet down and focus and really pay attention to learn. It gives you the freedom to practice outside of that learning. Go and do some research of your own if you want to. Find out some fascinating facts that's not in these videos that you want to. We will talk about them when we meet. Put them in your blog post. Send me an email. Let's interact. Let's learn together and let's have fun. And I will see you in class. Okay? Awesome. Bye for now.